Drugs. See your girl in the park. System overload.
This is Sean O'Malley, and you're watching Full-Time MMA. Don't be a bagel-biting, bagel-bitch boy, bagel-bitch back.
What's going on, Full-Time family? It is time to start the show, and we are more than on time today, man. We might even have time for a little panel. Who knows? That would be dope. Salute to the Full-Time family already in effect, but you guys, we got to start the show off in a special way today. World premiere. Y'all know what's going on. But first, let's get some shout outs to the people that are here early in the Full-Time family. Stamina MC London calling. Kim Fervo says, we are live. Stamina MC says, Khabib didn't threaten to retire, though, just to leave the UFC if his guy gets cut. Not the same thing. Well, I mean, you can't just leave the UFC if you don't fight for. He's under contract with the UFC, so if he just rips up he's not going to be fighting nowhere else. I mean, he might go become a fucking woodworker, but he would be retiring from the UFC, in my opinion. That's how I took it. Mr. Perfect 2005 says, here we go. Kim Fervold says, the best. Short distance. Gang, 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 gang. Arpit says, live panel. Yo, we might have time today. But first, we got to start off. He can't go to Bellator if he's under contract with the UFC. He can't just say, UFC, if you cut my friend, I'm fighting for Bellator. He's got a contract with the UFC. If he rips up his contract with the UFC, he's going to be sitting on his happy ass at home. He ain't going to be fighting nowhere. Look how fast MMA heats up. I think the down period is over, says Mr. Perfect 2005. It's just getting started. It's a great time to be an MMA fan. But guys, let's start the show this way. The 12 people watching now, you get to hear this. It's not even up on UFC Yankovic, man. You know what time it is. You see that fucking face. Where's the song? I'm going to mute that so you can hear my version. Here we go. Where we at? You ain't ready. Yeah. Daniel Cormier, Derek Lewis, UFC 230. Somebody grab him some chicken. This fucking guy is fat. How the fuck he gonna beat me and Volkov just put this guy on his back? I hope you know no one is scared of you, especially not DC. And you can call me Daniel Cormier or Double Chips. You know you cannot beat me. And yeah, I'm talking to Lewis. If you want to scrap, we can do this. I know that you're black, I know you're a beast, I know that you're fat and you're stupid. I'm back on my bullshit and lacking my cool. At UFC 230, I'll spaz on this fool. He's not gonna beat me cause he's lacking the tools. This nigga can't breathe when he's splashing the pool. No cardio, hope. And it's probably gonna show when I take him down and I beat him up, cause that's all that I know. They call me Daniel Cormier, I'm coming to defend my title. If he think that he can beat me, then this motherfucker's psycho. Bitch, I'm gone. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being black and wearing MAGA hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you getting smashed and then coming back, let's talk about it. Or we can get dirty at UFC 230 and you can get sparked about it. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being black and wearing MAGA hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you getting smashed and then coming back, let's talk about it. Or we can get dirty at UFC 230 and you can get sparked about it. Yeah. What y'all know about that Full-Time family? That's the world premiere. I just recorded that shit last night, well, actually this morning. So, what's going on, Full-Time family? We'll drop that shit eventually. But yeah, man, we got a lot of news to talk about, Full-Time family. So, let's get started with the show. And if you haven't yet finished biting your bagel, do me a favor. Don't be a big back bagel biting bitch boy. Hit the thumbs up button. It'd be much appreciated. It's time to talk some MMA. Let's go. Jon Jones versus Alexander Gustafsson 2, official for the light heavyweight strap at UFC 232. You know what that means, right? Daniel Cormier stripped, but we saw that coming. As I said on the show yesterday, with Daniel Cormier being booked to fight Derek Lewis at UFC 230, that's another heavyweight fight. He's planning on Brock Lesnar next. That's not a light heavyweight fight in the meantime, in between time. And so with that being said, you can expect him to be stripped really soon. Later on in the day, I'm at work, boom, Jones Gustafsson 2 is announced, and of course we know it's going to be for the light heavyweight strap. UFC 232 already has the champion versus champion super fight, Amanda Nunes versus Chris Cyborg. It's going down in Las Vegas, end of the year card, the return of Jon Jones, and this is gonna be a tough fight for Jon Jones. Let me fucking tell you, Jon Jones cannot come back and look like he did against Not Rumble Johnson, because he ain't fought him yet. Still want to see that, though. Jon Jones can't look like he did against Ovince St. Preux against Alexander Gustafsson. Now, the only thing Jon Jones kind of has going, like, if Alexander Gustafsson has been actively kicking ass, right? If he had, like, 2 fights in the last 2 years or whatever the fuck, if he had been real active, I think he wins this fight. But he's going to have damn near as much ring rust as Jon Jones. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was in a camp for UFC 227, but his opponent was out, and then he had a minor injury at the end. He at least went through a camp, but he hasn't fought in a while. And so that's one thing Jon Jones does have going for him. But, I mean, this is a winnable fight for Alexander Gustafsson. Some would argue that Alexander Gustafsson won the first fight. We don't know how Jon Jones is going to look coming back. We don't know if he's going to be fucking clean. I would assume he is, right? I mean, I would assume he is. I don't know. I would assume he is if USADA's letting him back. He's been tested at least once. So I don't know about that, but either way, we don't know how either one of these guys are going to look. We have seen Jon Jones come back off of suspension in the past, and that Jon Jones is not going to be Alexander Gustafsson. But we'll have to see how Gus looks coming back, too. So it's going down at UFC 232. It's official, man. Cormier's fighting Lewis at 230. Jones is fighting Gus at 232. And ultimately, I mean, this puts him, I think, it's like right in line. Because if Daniel Cormier smashes Derek Lewis like we all expect, right, in a month from now, what is it? It's in early November. Well, it's in time for him to still fight Lewis, or Derek Lewis. He's fighting him at UFC 230. Brock Lesnar's supposed to be cleared like mid-January for, going through his USADA testing period. So Jon Jones will be fighting in December. Cormier versus Lesnar in January, and then the winner of that fights fucking Jon Jones, right? If Brock Lesnar beats Daniel Cormier, I know it's a fucking long shot, but I'm just saying, if it were to happen, then Jones could fight him. And if Daniel Cormier beats Lesnar like a lot of people expect, Jon Jones can fight him. Either way, it's fucking madness. Like you said earlier in the show, I believe things are just picking up, and Jones versus Gustafsson is now official. MMA Addict says Jones definitely bites bagels. Oh, yeah, he's definitely bitten a few bagels in his time. Ever loves hot wings, I should say. Khabib is a real-ass dude. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And Dillon Dannis is denying the slur as well. We got to talk about that because we haven't heard that, but there might be something to this. But it might have been someone else in the crowd. There were a lot of Conor McGregor fans there. Maybe he thought he heard it from Dillon Dannis, but we're going to break that down. Dillon Dannis has a point. Now, I'm still on Khabib's side. I believe him. And either way, whether he said it or not, I don't know how much I blame Khabib for that drop kick, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. What's going on, El Chapo? Ain't seen you in a while, man. I don't think I've seen you since the McGregor loss. How's it going, brother? Dennis Green says, hawking a belugi sound. Khabib is a badass. That's fucking funny. Sure, this is hawking a belugi sound. Khabib. Yo, that's funny. Sure, this says, Dennis is relying on audio as well, so I doubt he's lying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then because I was like, well, Dennis did wave him on. He did wave him on twice. Like, come on, motherfucker. So I had to go back and look at the tape again. Like, well, you were doing something, but then I realized, well, Khabib had already threw the fucking mouth. So we're gonna look at that because Khabib throws the mouthpiece first, and then so if Khabib is like just when he's like, I just smashed your boy or something, and then they start talking shit back, and Khabib throws the mouthpiece at him, and then he waves him on. Who initiated that? So, I mean, either way, that's why I think Khabib's going to be facing a suspension either way. No matter what Dillon Danis, the words he said, I think Khabib's facing a suspension. Question is how long. It was contained. There were no charges pressed. So maybe it's only 6 months. That's what we hope for. So, with that being said, yeah, man, I hear what you're saying. Stamina MC says Dennis is a dickhead, but innocent until proven guilty. Not even Khabib is saying Dillon said that. Suspect. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know if he said those words exactly, but either way, jump in the cage, is going to get you that suspension. El Chapo says, drowning my sorrows. Conor got his ass whooped, like Conor McGregor would say. Whooped. Yo, that's crazy. Trobo says, John will finish Gush. Ooh, I don't know about that, man. That would be crazy, but If Jon Jones comes back off of suspension and finishes Gus, ooh, man, whoever he's fighting next better motherfucking be real careful, especially if it's Daniel Cormier or whatever, but we'll see, man. 232, it's going down. Cyborg versus Nunes as well. Leon Dubson says, yo, peeps, what's going on, Leon? What's going on, brother? All right, let's move on to the next topic, though. Khabib Nurmagomedov, he didn't say, I'm going to retire. Like, he didn't use the exact word retire, but that's pretty much what the fuck he's saying. I'm saying Khabib threatens to retire in the title because that's what he's saying. You know, that's what I'm getting from it. He didn't say the word retire, but he's saying, if you cut my teammate, you lose me too. He's saying, if you break my teammate's contract, go ahead and break mine or I'll break it for you. And if he rips his contract in half, if he's not fighting, he ain't going nowhere else. He ain't going to fucking Bellator if he's got a contract with the UFC. He's their biggest star right now. He ain't doing none of that shit. He's going to be just chilling. He's probably, like, I don't think Khabib's ever needed money. He's never, not a guy that's ever struck me as somebody that was like starving for money, that did it for money. And we'll read what he had to say. He even said, you can keep my money. I'll be done if you fucking cut my teammate. So that's saying he'll retire because he's not going to be fighting for nobody else if he ain't fighting for the UFC. But here's his statement. And he put this shit in English for the UFC to read it. No translation. Don't mistranslate me, motherfucker. This is exactly what I'm saying. He said, I would like to address UFC why you didn't fire anyone when their team attacked the bus and injured a couple of people. Oh, by the way, not even the people that attacked the bus. The fucking Mac Life crew that allegedly let him in the back door. They're still taking pictures and recording video and interviewing Conor and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see anybody from the Mac Life fired, nothing like that. Is what's to Khabib's point. He said they could have killed someone there. I don't know about him saying. I guess if the dolly went through the window, you got a point. I feel like that's a little over exaggerating, but I'll give my opinion afterward. He said, they could have killed someone there. Why no one says something about insulting my homeland, religion, nation, family? Why do you have to punish my team when both teams fight? If you say I started it, then I do not agree. I finished what he started. In any case, punish me. Zabira Tukagov has nothing to do with that. If you think that I'll keep silent, then you are mistaken. You canceled Zubaira's fight, and you want to dismiss him because he hit Conor. But don't forget, it was Conor who had hit another brother first. Just check the video. If you decide to fire him, you should know that you lose me too. We never give up on our brothers in Russia, and I will go to the end for my brother. If you decide to fire him, don't forget to send me my broken contract. Otherwise, I'll break it myself. And one thing, you can keep my money that you're withholding. You are pretty busy with that. I hope it won't get stuck in your throat. We have defended our honor, and this is the most important thing. We intend to go to the end. And Khabib has talked about retiring in the past. Khabib has talked about beating Conor and retiring. He said, I will beat the UFC's poster boy and I will fucking retire. Khabib holds the cards right now, you guys. You know, Conor, everyone felt like, oh, Conor gets away with everything, and, you know, that's why he can do it, and he doesn't get punished like anyone else would, and all this shit. Well, Khabib just beat that guy, so what are you going to do? Are you going to let your new cash fucking cow, the guy that just beat McGregor, are you going to let him walk away because you want to fire his teammate who's got an 18-4 fucking record, I believe? A lot of potential. Fire him because he bing, bing, ba, boom, boom, boom on Conor McGregor. Conor threw the first shot. Fuck what you talking about. He threw the first shot. And Khabib pointed that out as well. I agree. Now, will Khabib be able to make this power play and get this guy to stay? I think so. And if not, he'll retire. I don't think the UFC would want Khabib to retire at this point. I mean, there's a McGregor-Khabib rematch sometime in the future. Ferguson-Khabib. There's so many fights we want to see that would do great business. And I think the UFC might just want to keep this guy on the roster and consider there was two sides to this story. They were both wrong. Homie was defending his team, just like when Conor threw that fucking dolly, he was supposedly defending Artem, even though that situation was already de-escalated and it was another fucking day. So, it is what it is. Infamous MMA should just reinstate Khabib's boy. I agree. Reinstate him, man. Fuck it. He got some good shots off of McGregor. Use that shit in a promo. He was about to be fighting Artem, too. You should have let him clear it up right there. They could have handled it right there. They could have just handled it right fucking there. Team Artem, Team Khabib. It was going down. Now we got to cancel the fight. Then he says Conor threw the first shot, but that guy didn't get to fight him. Still doesn't make it okay for 3 niggas to rush him, let alone one guy. Let the guy defend his damn self. Yeah, it doesn't make it okay for the someone, but that dude couldn't. He couldn't get no get. He was at the top of the cage and got just blindsided, punched straight in the fucking face. Tried to swing back at Conor, but the security was on him. So at that point, he got fucking blindsided, and he's like, "This motherfucker just almost knocked me out on top of the cage." His crew's coming in to go help. Get that motherfucker. It was madness at that point. But if Conor did not throw that punch, the brawl in the octagon does not go down. He doesn't get blindsided. He don't get jumped by 3 people. Yeah, it's fucked up. Whatever. But there's a lot of shit going on. So I agree. Should he have blindsided Conor? I mean, you could argue it's not honorable. I guess it's not honorable, but if there's a fucking brawl going on, and this guy's been super fucking disrespectful, and he just blindsided your boy, and all you know is it's going down, then that is completely expected from me. What happened in there is what I think was supposed to happen in a fucking, when you got madness going on. And in the octagon, Conor started that situation. You could say if he didn't punch that motherfucker on the cage, they could have went and de-escalated the brawl. They could have went and had Khabib's back. They could have went and pulled Khabib back. Like, Khabib, what the fuck are you doing? You know your dad don't play this shit. Instead of getting to Khabib, Conor, boom. Now some people are. Now I'll play devil's advocate as well. I'll give Conor some leeway. I think it was Cho who pointed this out. Those guys weren't supposed to be in the octagon. Now one of them was. One of them had on black gloves. One of them was Khabib's corner man. But when Conor saw a bunch of dudes in the octagon, I guess you can say, well, they're not supposed to be. The fight's over, man. People are coming in the octagon one way or another. People are going to eventually come in that octagon to celebrate. But you can say Conor didn't expect him to be in the octagon at that specific time, and so he was fucking scared. Not scared, but just in defense mode. But no, man, I'm not doing that. That's not how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as that motherfucker had known from what I watched. And we'll play it, because also Dillon Dannis is denying making the anti-Muslim slur that made Khabib do the whole flying eagle kick. So that's going to bring us into this video. From what I fucking watched in the octagon, that guy was going to get to Khabib. He had no vicious intent toward Conor McGregor. The first dude that was jumping the fence, he wasn't pulling. Some people said he was pulling McGregor down. No, that was the fucking commission or the security or whoever. That's who pulled McGregor off the cage. It wasn't the Russian dude. That Russian dude was going to fucking potentially de-escalate the situation. He was going to get Khabib. And he just, on the cage, ba-yow! And the next Russian dude that came in the fence, he had the chance to blindside McGregor, and he didn't do it. He had no vicious intent toward McGregor either. Not until he got word, yo, he just fucking sucker punched me. Get that motherfucker. That's when they started attacking McGregor. But the first 2 guys had no vicious intent toward Conor McGregor. The first 2 guys, none of them were throwing shots at McGregor until after he fucking threw that punch. Now, yeah, either way, the shit Khabib was doing was already outside the fence. That was already going on. That's why Khabib's probably going to be suspended regardless. Khabib's not innocent in this situation. But I'm just saying, in the octagon, neither was Conor. And here's, now, to Dillon Danis' point, though. He's saying he didn't. Now, let's get to the Khabib part of the brawl. Khabib is saying, or not Khabib. Khabib hasn't even said this. He has said that Conor's team, you know, talked about my religion and my politics and shit like that. But as far as the word Muslim rat that we got reports from, you know, I believe it was TMZ reported that they got word from a cage side spectator. That's what Dillon Danis was saying. That's one of the things he said that incited Khabib to jump the fence. Now, we don't have the audio yet. There's going to be an investigation, and Dillon Danis believes it's going to prove he didn't say that. It could have, you know, there's a lot of Conor fans. It could have been one of them motherfuckers, to be honest. How would Khabib honestly know it was exactly Dillon Danis? Did he fucking lip read him and know it was exactly Dillon Danis that said those words? So there might be something to that. And when you look at the video, it kind of goes to Dillon Danis' point. Because from what we see, Khabib throws the fucking mouthpiece, and we don't know what Dillon Danis is saying. And honestly, I don't think Khabib can hear Dillon Danis from right here. You think he can single out what Dillon Danis is saying from this far away before he throws this fucking mouthpiece? Look, he's pointing at him and he throws his mouthpiece. All the people going on, the fight's over. Conor just got submitted. The arena's probably going crazy. You think he specifically heard Dillon Danis saying those words? Probably not. Then he throws his mouthpiece, and then we see Dillon Danis saying, "Come on," and then he does it again. Come on. And he's like, "Oh, come on. Fly like an eagle over the motherfucking fence." What? And boom. And that's when that part starts. And now McGregor's going, "Oh shit, Khabib's going at my fucking Dillon Danis and my coaches and shit. I gotta go." And that's when this commission dude, this motherfucker's got a white letters. He's got a black shirt and white letters on his back, like a fucking referee or something. That's who pulls Conor back. This guy runs up, not looking at McGregor at all. Not looking at him. McGregor's looking at him, though. But yeah, ooh. And he drilled him. And he fucking drilled him. And he fucking drilled him. Alright, so yeah. I know we've talked about the brawl a lot, but there's still more unfolding and investigation going on, so we'll probably hear more about this. Even with all the new news breaking and shit. So yeah, man, that wild situation. But Khabib is saying, if you do fuck around and cut my teammate, you'll lose me too. And I believe Khabib would make that stand because he's talked about retiring early. He's talked about retiring multiple times after he beats McGregor. Josh Thompson told Brendan Schaub he wants to beat McGregor and then retire anyway. Now, and we also heard his teammate Luke Rockhold say, if you want Khabib to fight again, you're going to have to pay him a whole lot of money. So Khabib, he's got the ball in his court now. Undefeated, undisputed, lightweight champion. Just beat Conor McGregor. Dropped him on top of that. Khabib's got the cards. So maybe he can get his teammate to stay. Dillon Danis denying making the slur. We just saw the video. We don't know. We'll see how that investigation plays out. But other than that, we got a few more things to talk about, family. And then we'll potentially get us a panel going for a good 30, 45 minutes before I got to get to work. He's not wilding out, but there's back and forth system and MC. DC is going at it with fans on Twitter. I'm going to have to check that out. Yo, DC, we're going to have to share that shit on Twitter, that DC rap devil. Yo, I need somebody that's really good with thumbnails. Like, you guys know this picture right here with MGK doing that shit? I wish somebody could fucking, like, Photoshop Daniel Cormier doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe even with the MGK tattoos. Oh, that would be so fucking epic, but that would be pretty hard. So, yeah, man, Max Holloway opening up about battling depression after UFC 226. And, man, he's been going fucking through it, dog. He has been. He had to pull out of his fight at UFC 222 with the ankle injury. Got his fucking emotions played with at UFC 223. Thought he was about to get to fight Khabib. Short notice lightweight title commission made him stop cutting weight. Had to believe that fight. Fucking UFC 226, he finally gets to come back and fight. Fucking weird shit starts happening that is still unexplained. He's slurring his words. Fucking drooping on one side of his face, some people believe. You know, that's what it looked like. Some people were talking about, oh shit, it might be a fucking sign of a mini stroke. It could be fucking get a concussion. It could be a concussion. And it could be from the weight cut. Like, and Max Holloway or other people have since came out and kind of ruled out all of those. And so we don't know what the fuck was going on there. But Max Holloway, they told him, yo, if you would have took the fight, you could have just not woke up one day. You know, because he's cleared to fight, but he's been going through a lot of shit and he ain't been able to fight. But at least he got a shout out from Drizzy. No, but yeah, let's see what Max Holloway's talking about down here. He says, depression is real, and that really hit me hard. I was going through a phase where I wasn't talking to no one. Only my son and my bros on Fortnite. No, he didn't say that, but only my son. Me and my son would do stuff, but I was talking to no one. If I wanted to you, I would call you, but if people were reaching out to me, I was putting myself away. Since I was in that situation, now I'm able to talk about it, and I can tell people that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is talk to your family, talk to your friends, be with everyone, because you don't know when things can change. Life changes on a dime, so live life to the fullest. And he says, don't be scared to look for help. Depression is real. It's crazy. All these guys, us athletes, keep thinking we're superheroes. I like to think I'm a superhero, but superheroes got to fight their demons too sometimes. Yo, the champ Max Holloway, man, coming back, battling depression, battling injuries, taking on the very dangerous Brian Ortega, upcoming at UFC 231. Also going to be on that card, Valentina Shevchenko, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Holy shit, that card is stacked. It's a great time to be an MMA fan. But boy, Max Holloway is going through it leading up to this fight, man. And that Brian Ortega is dangerous. We just saw him knock out Frankie Ortega in the first round. We looked at Brian Ortega before that point as a guy that kind of like Derek Lewis. You know, he might get beat up a little early in the fight, but he'll come back. He might submit you. He's always dangerous. He's still undefeated. He's always found a way to come back. He's got the fucking clutch gene. That's Brian Ortega. He can submit you, can knock you out. And most recently, he fucking knocked out Frankie Edgar in the first fucking round. And Max Holloway's going through it back, coming in to fight that fucking killer. This is going to be a good fight, you guys. We'll see. But Max Holloway, he's a fucking warrior. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be able to get through it. It's my motherfucking dog. But with that being said, we'll move to the next topic. I actually thought I had this before because when we were talking about 229, but either way, we'll transition back real fast. Jedi Goodman is reporting on Twitter that one is reporting early estimates for UFC 229 are more than 2.35 million buys, with the expectation the number will top 2.4 million. It's currently at 1.9 million for the traditional pay-per-view, and around 470K to 480K estimated on streaming buys. So with that being said, man, UFC 229 was clearly a huge success. People thought Dana White was blowing smoke up their ass when he said something about trending at 3 million buys. 3 million's a little high, but if you consider all the fucking people that probably streamed this fight because they're broke like us, then there's over 3 million people for sure watching this fight. If everybody would have bought it, it would have for sure hit 3 million. You know, everybody was watching the embeddeds for free, so that's why it was trending there. But then how many people actually could afford the fight or bought the fight? You know, so, yo, this motherfucker was a huge fight, a huge success. And with that being said, that goes more toward the cards Khabib kind of holds. You might want to keep his teammate in here. By the way, he's got a great fucking record. Conor McGregor might not like it. Conor McGregor got to get back in there and focus on getting his fucking belt back. He better get in there and worry about training hard. Because how Conor McGregor looked against Khabib, that was not good for. That was not a good night to be a Conor fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, what dropped in the second round? Who saw that coming? Overhand right. Well, what? What? Yeah, it didn't look like he was like rocked. His eyes didn't roll back or nothing. But the fact that he dropped him is still fucking crazy. So, Conor don't need. The UFC needs to be probably worrying about maybe, you know, listen what Khabib has to say. But either way, speaking of UFC events coming up, we also got UFC 230. We just talked about UFC 229, 232, and 231. But, oh, by the way, we got motherfucking 230 Derek Lewis fighting Daniel Cormier. But he said Derek Lewis is admitting he believes Stipe deserved the chance before him. Shit, literally in his post-fight octagon, Joe Rogan said something about a title shot. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I need to get my cardio up. He literally said, like, I don't know what you're talking about, no title shot. And now he got one, and he's admitting Stipe deserves it. But the UFC is like, nah, buddy. We're going to give it to you. And Stipe is the one that has the most heavyweight title defenses. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The only reason Derek Lewis is really getting this, I believe, is because he had the momentum. And honestly, it's a safer fight. Who knows? The UFC, yeah, you can say the UFC should have probably offered the fight to Stipe, but at the same time, you have to make sure Daniel Cormier will accept the fight. You think Daniel Cormier wants to fight Stipe Miocic on 1 month's notice? The UFC needed a fucking main event. And this isn't the timeline that things played out, but it makes the most sense to me, so this is just what I'm assuming. I feel like the UFC probably knew about the Poirier injury when they booked that Lewis Cormier fight. I feel like they had to be real fucking desperate. If you find out Dustin Poirier is injured, could you imagine announcing that before finding a new main event? What? Poirier and Diaz is off? We're left with Shevchenko, Eubanks? People would have immediately refunded every single ticket. But now it's a softer blow because now we've actually got a really fun main event. And it's better than the previous main event. Cormier Lewis is better than Shevchenko, Eubanks. So, and Derek Lewis has a lot of momentum, coming off that win, the post-fight fucking speech. My balls was hot. Yo, I'm making that that's going to be an alert. With the Joe Rogan, why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hot. I understand. Understandable. So that's definitely going to be an alert. But yeah, Derek Lewis is saying Stipe deserves a title shot. Stipe came out and he called out and he said, man, I would beat DC 9 out of 10 times. Everyone knows it. DC knows it. No heavyweight has ever accomplished what I have. DC's like, maybe I knocked him silly. Come on, my guy. What you got next if Brock don't make it? Like, DC knows good goddamn well he ain't going to be fighting Stipe again unless he goes against his plan. Because right now, the UFC's and Daniel Cormier got their eye on the prize. And that is Brock Lesnar motherfucking. I just seen the video, Brock Lesnar pushing Daniel Cormier on YouTube. It's got like 7 fucking million views. That fight is built. That fight is fucking built. You can't let Stipe Miocic get in the way of that fight now. Not if you're a fucking business, or if you're a businessman in Daniel Cormier. Derek Lewis is the safer fight. That motherfucker's Instagram just shot up 500,000 or more overnight. Clout. Very winnable fight for DC. Snatch that fucking clout from Lewis. Take that shit into the Lesnar fight. Oh, I see. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's the smart play. As the business, even if you're Daniel Cormier previously was talking about how the timing didn't make sense. He's looking at Derek Lewis and is seeing dollar signs, dog. He's looking at Derek Lewis like fucking food. That's what I'm reading, man. Maybe I'm wrong though. Let's scroll down and see what the chat's talking about before we get into this next topic. We got another fight announced. Ali Avzar says, Beast entry music should be goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Yo, that would be hilarious. Leon Dobson responded to Pyrotechnics. Yusuf in the building says, Diaz don't want to fight anyone crazy. This guy still live out of that Conor fight. Yeah, man, this was, I don't want to say a blessing in disguise, but Diaz was already seeming like he was halfway out of this fight, and Dustin Poirier just so happened to be the one to get injured. Infamous MMA says 2.4 million pay-per-views for people complaining about McGregor. See the results. Black Beast in this hole. Black Beast in this hole. Yo, let's go. That's my fucking dog. We need full-time reaction to DC's Twitter page. Bet. I'll pull it up. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what fucking Daniel Cormier is talking about on Twitter. Daniel Cormier, Twitter. Pull this shit up over here. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down first. As you get 31 minutes, 34 minutes. Alright, so right here he says, #1 Dagestan gangster. Khabib is the man. Let him fight. Dana White. Zabira and Russian Hammer. Manage the riffraff and let these two fight. Good shit, Khabib. We're AKA I am my brother's keeper. What if this started like a chain, right? And this is strength. This shows you some shit like strength in numbers, dog. People might looking at Project Spearhead, thinking about signing up, might want to look at what the fuck's going on. Khabib's got Zabira's back. DC's got fucking Khabib's back. What if DC said, and if y'all let Khabib go, then I ain't fighting nobody. And then what if Rocco said, and if y'all let DC and Khabib go, you can cancel my Weidman fight. What if they started like a chain reaction? I'm just saying. Yo, Cormier said, I don't only like this, well, let's see what the fan said first. DC, you hate Jon Jones because he's a cheater, but defend Zabira, who just got off a 2-year suspension because of steroids. Be consistent. I don't only dislike Jones because of that. There are many reasons, but yeah, that's facts. Daniel Cormier's never came out and said he didn't use the steroid cheating line until Jon Jones brought up his wife. Daniel Cormier got fucking knocked out clean. Jon Jones failed a fucking steroid test, and Jones still never blamed it on the steroids. He didn't bring that shit up until fucking Jon Jones started crossing the line, homie. That's not the only reason you don't like him. It's a lot of reasons. This guy says, losing respect for DC. Stay clear of Khabib's crap if you want to keep your fans. Let him fight, man. No one got cut in April. Oh, dude. Jon Jones, you know, he's a big fucking Christian. Here fucking DC is defending the fucking Muslim and shit. Yo, but that's his teammate, bro. That's his bro. I hope I think people are looking at DC and looking at this thing religious, man. You know, I saw that a lot. Maybe, hopefully not. But this guy's saying steer clear of his crap. What the fuck is Khabib's crap? Oh, no one tells no one steer clear of like when Jon Jones backs up Conor McGregor after all the shit he's done. No one says steer clear of Conor McGregor's crap if you don't want to lose your fans. Eat a fucking dick, homie. I'm just saying, man. He said let him fight, man. No one got cut in April. No one got cut in April when Conor did his shit. They didn't cut Artem. They didn't cut none of these motherfuckers. Because they knew if they did, Conor wouldn't play that shit. And now Khabib's letting you know he ain't going to play that shit. Fair play. Daniel Cormier says, once again, 2 wrongs. Zubs was wrong. Artem at the bus was wrong. They hate each other so much, let them fight. How can y'all not appreciate this level of loyalty for Khabib? It's crazy. Walk away from millions and the UFC? No one does that. He's literally saying, keep my 2 fucking million. I ain't fighting nobody. I won't rematch McGregor. I won't do none of that shit if you don't fucking back up my boy. Gotta respect that. I respected the loyalty when Conor McGregor say what you want about how fucking stupid the throwing the dolly was and all that shit. It did show loyalty. Conor's a loyal guy. Both of these guys are very loyal. So, hey. But yeah, Daniel Cormier, and he said, are you trying to make people want Lewis to sleep you? Anyone can want anything. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Let's motherfucking go, DC. They should. Someone says betting is illegal. Oh shit, who's betting? Trollbuster says, yeah, they should cut after he was on that bullshit with Conor. Bro, this is a big ass fight. Go to tweets and replies on DC's page. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit, I ain't never been to this page. What's going on over here? Stupid me. What? Is there more? Or is this the one? Hold on. What? He said, I'm glad I got the first one of 10. Come on, man. Oh shit. God, dog, that's crazy. DC is a fool. What you gotta say, Steve? What's going on, bro? You gotta tweet and reply to this, dog. No, man, that's crazy. DC ain't about to back and forth with you on Twitter, motherfucker. He'll see you on the Fortnite. No, that's crazy, broski. Daniel Cormier not fucking around. That's pretty funny, man. But yeah, DC going back and forth about Khabib. Also responding to Stipe Miocic. Now, there's another fight that was announced recently. Kevin Lee vs. Iaquinta 2 set to headline UFC on Fox 31. Yo, Iaquinta is going down. I'm sorry to tell you guys. I don't know. People might not like this. I'm a fan of Kevin Lee. I know people might think he's cringy. They don't really like his trash talk. I kind of get it. I know a lot of people that talk like that. So it's really, I mean, some of the shit he says, yeah. But actually, I'm kind of familiar with the way he talks at this, and so it's not, I guess, as cringy to me. But it is what it is. Maybe it's also Team fucking Light Skin. Let's go, DC! And Kevin Lee! Let's motherfucking go! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. A little bit. No, I'm just saying. Iaquinta, man, I like the guy. I like what he does on Twitter. I like the fact that he holds his own cards. He has his thing going for him outside the UFC, so he kind of holds the power. I respect that. But he's not super active. Yeah, he fought with Khabib. He actually went 5 rounds, and McGregor couldn't even do that. But Kevin Lee, I think, might be a little underrated because people don't like his trash talk. I think people let their feelings get into it. But he's very talented. Has he been rocked? Yeah, but so is Tony Ferguson. Conor just got rocked. He didn't do a chicken dance, but he sat on his butt. And Conor's one of the best strikers in the fucking game. So anybody can get clipped at any moment. And Kevin Lee got rocked by Edson Barboza, a spinning fucking kick that probably would have took a lot of people out. Conor got rocked by fucking Khabib, so anyone can get rocked. But Kevin Lee is very fucking well-rounded, and he mixes up the martial arts very well. He uses his striking to set up well-timed takedowns. When he gets you down, locks up that fucking body triangle, takes your back, and sinks in the rear naked choke, and he makes it look easy the way he mixes it up a lot of the times. He's got the lethal fucking ground and pound. Kevin Lee is one of the best lightweights in the world. I don't know if Iaquinta has proved that to me yet, but if he beats Kevin Lee, he's fucking up there. But I'm your boy. I think Kevin Lee can win this rematch here. But Iaquinta did win the first fight. That's facts. Bro, Kevin Lee gets dropped every time, says Yusuf. Okay, man, so pick Iaquinta then, Yusuf. Ali Avazar says, if Lewis lands his right, it's good night, my friend. I don't care who it is. That's facts. Derek Lewis, you can never count him out. He fucking knocks out heavyweights. He can beat up, it'll be the third fucking round, and then knock you out in the third round. We know that. You can never count out Derek Lewis. He's definitely got a puncher's chance, but it's going to be a fucking tough fight. PK Boxing and MMA says, lightweight is deep and dangerous. Pause. Waters, a lot of sharks at 55. Yeah, you could argue 55 is the most stacked UFC division. According to Kevin Lee, he is the second most popular fighter in Russia. Yo, that's why I fuck with Kevin Lee. You got to admit he's been on Khabib's heels. If you don't like him, he is on Khabib's heels, and he's been on his heels since 2016. He's been calling him out on the mic after his fights, even when people thought he sounded crazy. He was calling out Khabib. Fucking now he's beating the guys that Khabib beat. Oh, he just got booked to fight Iaquinta, who Khabib also fought. He is on his heels. He beat Barboza. Khabib beat Barboza. Khabib beat Iaquinta. Kevin Lee's fighting Iaquinta. He is on Khabib's motherfucking heels, dog. Calling him out. Beating the guys he's beaten. Finished Barboza. I bet you he's going to look to beat Iaquinta. I bet you he's going to look to finish Iaquinta because Khabib got the decision. He's on his fucking heels, dog. You might think he can't beat him, but Kevin Lee's got some really good wrestling. He got some really good wrestling, you guys. So, hey, it is what it is. Infamous MMA says, I respect Kevin Lee, the only guy to call out Khabib, and Khabib barely responds to him. Yeah. They don't know. One of you'll see like one of Khabib's teammates who's unranked. Like, I'll fight Kevin Lee. Like, I'm sure you would want to fight a top 10 ranked guy. You know what I'm saying? And I know there are a lot of Russian fans that probably don't like Kevin Lee. A lot of Khabib fans, they don't like Kevin Lee. Why would you? He's been calling Khabib out. He's been talking shit. So if you're a Khabib fan, you probably don't like Kevin Lee. If you're a Russian fan, you probably don't like Kevin Lee. So he might be like a big-ass heel in Russia, low-key, honestly, because he's been calling out Khabib. So I fuck with Kevin Lee, though. I'm a fan of both of them. So it is what it is on that situation. But Iaquinta 2, it's going down in Milwaukee. Also in Milwaukee, Sergio Pettis is returning to bantamweight and meeting Rob Font. That is a fucking tough fight. Rob Font can knock a motherfucker out, and this is at Rob Font's weight class of bantamweight. Sergio Pettis returning after that backpack loss to Jussier Formiga. Not the most entertaining fight. Didn't take a lot of damage because Jussier Formiga rode him like a fucking backpack in that whole third round, and so there was a lot of lows in the fight. But he's coming off this loss, and he's going to be fighting Rob Font in Milwaukee. The Pettis brothers are from Milwaukee, so he's going to be looking to get a win in front of his hometown, but it's going to be a tough fight, man. This is a tough fight for Sergio Pettis. Rob Font, we can pull up his record real quick just in case you're not familiar with him. He's been knocking dudes out, high-level dudes too. Rob Font, UFC. And he's a legit bantamweight contender, top 15 contender. So Sergio Pettis coming up to bantamweight, and he's been fighting at flyweight for a good while now. He got that win over Joseph Benavidez, which was very impressive. But Rob Font, 15-4. He just lost to Rafael Sunsao, but Rafael Sunsao's in the running for a fucking title shot. He knocked out Thomas Almeida. He submitted Douglas Silva de Andrade, knocked out Matt Schlell, knocked out Matt Schnell. He knocked out Joey Gomez, knocked out George Roop. He only lost to John Lineker, Pedro Munoz, and the Sun South. He's only lost to the best bantamweights that he's fought in the world. He literally has only lost to, like, some of the best bantamweights out there. So, Rob Font is very fucking dangerous in the bantamweight division. That's a tough fight for Sergio Pettis. And it's also going to be on the same card as Lee versus Iaquinta. So, that's going to be dope. I think it's going to be the very last Fox card. UFC on Fox 31. I think it's the very last Fox card before we go to ESPN 2. Arpit says Kevin Lee's chin is suspect. They say that about Khabib. They say everybody. You can say everybody's fucking, yeah, I mean, there's some guys, you know, that take more damage than others, but I agree with you. I do agree with you. Kevin Lee's chin is suspect. I'm not going to say it's not. I agree with you. But they said that about Khabib as well. Michael Johnson rocked him. Oh, people say that as well. What was Connor calling him? Glass jawed rat. Glass jaw. People say Khabib has a glass jaw. People say Lee has a glass jaw. You can say Tony Ferguson has a glass jaw. He's been rocked. And not a glass jaw, but you can say their chin is suspect because we've seen him rocked. Trolled Dropper says they just hate Lee. Maybe, but he doesn't help. You know, people don't really like the trash talk. And I'm not going to lie, man. People ain't going to admit this. It might be your motherfuckers might be a little, I don't know if the jealous is a good word, but Kevin Lee, he's a good trash talker. He's a great fighter. He's young. He looks good. Pause. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that people might say, man, fuck that guy. You know, but Kevin Lee's really on top of the game in a lot of ways, and he's ahead of the game as far as calling out Khabib, and he's also on Khabib's motherfucking heels. So if there's one fighter I want to interview, I want to interview Kevin Lee. I probably won't, you know what I'm saying? I probably won't be able to, but I would like to interview Kevin Lee. That'd be super dope. 25 to life says I'm him. Well, that's what I'm talking about. 25 to motherfucking life. Let's go. Edson Rocked Kevin says, Dutch style black clouds. Yeah, he did. People say Michael Johnson rocked Khabib. You know, you can say Lando Venata rocked Ferguson. Yeah, people have been rocked. They come back and win, and that's what counts. So with that being said, also talk about this for a little bit. I saw this on Twitter. I was at work, and I can't make YouTube videos at work until I get me a new phone, which I'm telling you, I've been fucking grinding. I had a lot of work recently, so, and yeah, I'm going to be, hopefully I'm going to pay off this payday loan. We're doing a giveaway. Then I'm going to be getting a phone, so I'm going to be able to make videos from work, like a decent phone and paying the bills. So we're going to be in the game eventually. But I saw this at work, and I was like, am I fucking wrong here? Because I saw Megan Anderson. She called out fucking, let me go to her Twitter. I don't like how these people have it right here. I want to see the actual tweet. Megan Anderson Twitter. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Right here. I saw this shit at work. Megan Anderson said, if you're interested in a fight at 145, I'm looking for a dance partner. Say the word when ready. I said, Fraggy? What the fuck? Weren't you literally calling out the fucking WMMA GOAT Chris Cyborg? Telling her to fight a legit featherweight, and that's why she should fight you. Then, you book a fight with the fucking bantamweight in Holly Holm, and you get smoked. Now, you're fucking putting your name in the hat with another bantamweight. What? That just had all type of... I was like, am I wrong here? And then Coach confirmed it for me. You know, he talked about this as well. He was like, yeah, no, she was calling out Cyborg for not fighting legit featherweight. So that threw me off. Not going to lie. She's calling out, this is a tough fight for Megan Anderson, though. And so I respect that. But at the same time, I think Kat Zingano probably can win this fight. She says, pick a time and place. I've been working on my Kansas City shuffle. Better go shine your shoes. So, yeah, I think Kat Zingano can win this fight. Kat Zingano's got some good grappling, and we just saw what you can do with any decent grappling. Holly Holm is not a wrestler. She's not a grappler. She's not. She's known as a fucking striker. She knocked out Ronda Rousey. She went 5 rounds with Chris Cyborg with the footwork, and you know what I'm saying? And her stand-up. That's what she's known as, a boxer, a kickboxer. Not a grappler, and she took Megan Anderson to fucking town. That's what any of these fucking girls are going to look to do. Now, Kat Zingano might be a little smaller than Holly Holm. Maybe he gives Megan Anderson that much of a chance, but this is a tough matchup, you know, if you're calling out someone that's got some decent grappling after what we just saw in your last fight. So, but also the hypocrisy, though, in calling out a bantamweight after the shit you were talking with Chris Cyborg. I thought that was a little crazy. We got one more topic, then we'll go for a panel for about 30 minutes or so. I mean, I really don't have a super lot of time. But let's see, I got to be to work at 2:30. We can go for a panel maybe about 45-ish minutes. So, if you want to hop on the panel after we talk about the next topic, send me an email and we will get that going. So, one more topic to talk about, and it is Sergio Eubanks to fight Roxanne Modafferi at UFC 230. And the UFC, you know, they granted her request, except for not quite. And honestly, from here on out, we'll see what happens with Sarge. But she did, but you can explain she was a little fucking emotional after finding out her Madison Square Garden main event title fight was canceled. She said some crazy shit like, yo, you guys will regret this if you pull me from the fight. Put me on the undercard. Co-main, don't take my fight. Like, all right, we'll put you on the undercard, all right, but the fans want Valentina Shevchenko versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. So sorry, sweetie. Yeah, but you can still fight in New York though. What about Roxanne? You know what I'm saying? So, Eubanks versus Roxanne Modafferi, fun fight. Both of these girls fought on the Ultimate Fighter the same season where, you know, the winner was crowned the flyweight champion. Sergio Eubanks won the show. She actually got injured. Roxanne Modafferi is the girl that replaced her after, not injured, she missed weight. Roxanne Modafferi replaced her in the title fight, fought Nico Montano. So a little bit of a history here. Roxanne did step in for Sarge to take her title shot whenever Sarge missed weight. Now they're going to be fighting each other. Two, I believe, the top 5 ranked girls in this division. And I think Sergio Eubanks can very well win this fight. Roxanne's got a lot of experience. I will say that about the Happy Warrior, but Sergio Eubanks is pretty fucking dangerous. So we shall see. That's going to be a good fight at UFC 230, though. So with that being said, let's check the chat and all of this, and we will get this panel underway. Salute to everybody in the full-time family, by the way. Let's play this in the meantime. For those of you that didn't hear it, you guys ain't even ready. Y'all ain't even fucking ready. Where's it at, full-time family? We gotta find it. Here it is. Alright, we gotta rewind it. You guys ready for this? Why can't I hear it? What the fuck? What's going on? Alright, let me reopen it. That's what's going on. Daniel Cormier, Rap Devil. We played this at the beginning of the show. You can't hear this anywhere. This is the world premiere unless you were here at the very beginning of the show. Except for some reason it's not playing. So, that's some baby back bagel biting bullshit. Alright, well, never mind, full-time family. I guess you guys will have to hear it after I upload it, but I'll just check my email and we'll try and get this panel going because... Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. Here we go. Here we go. Let's restart this. Yeah. Cormier versus Lewis. UFC 230. Let's do this. Motherfucking main event. Somebody grab him some chicken. This fucking guy is fat. How the fuck he gonna beat me and Volkov just put this guy on his back? I hope you know no one is scared of you, especially not DC. And you can call me Daniel Cormier or Double Chip, you know you cannot beat me. And yeah, I'm talking to Lewis. If you wanna scrap, we can do this. I know that you're black, I know you're a beast, I know that you're fat and you're stupid. I'm back on my bullshit and lacking my cool. At UFC 230, I'll spaz on this fool. He's not gonna beat me cause he's lacking the tools. This nigga can't breathe when he's splashing the pool. No cardio, ho. And it's probably gonna show when I take him down and I beat him up, cause that's all that I know. They call me Daniel Cormier, I'm coming to defend my title. If he think that he can beat me, then this motherfucker's psycho. Bitch, I'm gone. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being black and wearing MAGA hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you getting smashed and then coming back, let's talk about it. Or we can get dirty at UFC 230 and you can get sparked about it. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being black and wearing MAGA hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you getting smashed and then coming back, let's talk about it. Or we can get dirty at UFC 230 and you can get sparked about it. Alright, full-time family, that is the motherfucking world premiere. Alright, there we go. Let's turn that off. Let's get a panel going on for the rest of the show. FullTimeMMA1@gmail.com if you're curious. Let me get the Google Hangout up. Google Hangout. video. Alright. Alright, we got our pick coming. If you guys want to join the hangout and talk about anything, Jones versus Gustafsson 2, any of this, hop in to close the show. We have about 30 minutes. So pretty much we're going to be talking about a few things and then giving our closing thoughts sooner rather than later because I got to get to work on time. I don't think I've been on time to work once today, but I still get all my work done, you know, and it's not like fucking daycare because they're pretty lenient about that, but I'm just saying I do like to be on fucking time. I do like to be on fucking time. All right, so let's get this hangout. Did I start it yet? Yeah, here it is. All right, where's the link? Copy link. You know what, man? Fuck the trolls. We're ending the show soon anyway, so this is going to be a short. I'm just going to put it in the, instead of doing this email, we're putting it in the chat today, you guys. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat. Let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being black and wearing MAGA hats. Let's talk about it. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. Nice shit, full time. Probably one of the best ones. Let's talk about it. I'm just saying, don't sleep on UFC Yankovic. If you haven't yet, go subscribe. I gotta hit up Jorge once. Salute to my motherfucking dog. Maybe we can get something done with that one in time for UFC 230. Let's motherfucking get it. Here's the hangout, guys. Let's debate the Kevin Lee topic. I got my facts checked right now. Bro, you don't want no smoke if you're going against Kevin Lee, because that's my motherfucking dog. Not if you're talking about the Iaquinta fight. See, if I was in a debate, like, I'd be unbiased and partial. But if you gave me one side of the debate to where I had to, like, defend Kevin Lee and flame Iaquinta, I don't think you want to see me doing that, because I would have to be really unbiased, and I don't really want to do that. You know, I'm trying to keep it cool and shit. So hope somebody will probably be on the panel soon. I just threw that shit in the chat. If there's a troll that we can't get off of here, we'll be off of here sooner rather than later, you guys. But with that being said, we got about 30 minutes to chop it up about MMA before we got to get to work. On the panel says Troll Buster. There's the link. I'll put it in there one more motherfucking time. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat. Let's talk about it. Hey. I haven't even did the Derek Lewis response. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might put it out, and then like if we get like fucking 50 thumbs ups, which we probably won't because YouTube hates us and our shit doesn't catch the algorithm. But if we did and it got out there or something and got shared on Twitter, then I would make the response. But I'll probably just do that side. Derek Lewis just eats goats, says Corey McVilly. Dennis Green says Derek Lewis is the GOAT. He'll be up there if he can fucking pull off the miracle win against Daniel Cormier. Derek Lewis's resume at heavyweight is so fucking underrated, low-key. This motherfucker's like 13 and fucking 3 in the UFC. It's insane. Am I tripping? Let me see. Let me check out the hangout. Okay, yeah, nobody's in the hangout yet, so that's good, because if nobody's in here sooner rather than later, we will be ending the show. I know Arpit had at least a couple things to say. I don't know where he's at. There might be hope for a little shit after all. Let's check it out. Dana, don't let Tukhugov escape his punishment. Put him back in. I'm the motherfucking real GOAT. Artem Lobov. Don't let him escape his punishment. Yo, this is why you motherfuckers wanted to know why we call Artem the GOAT. It's because of shit like this. Through injury, through sickness, through crazy fucking odds, because Tukhugov is 18 and 4. All of that shit. Don't count him out. He said, don't let him escape his punishment. Holy shit, let's go. The Russian motherfucking hammer. Dana White. Come on. Don't do this. UFC. Lobov wants it. Don't fucking cancel this fight. Please. Damn. Co-main event of UFC Moncton was Artem Lobov versus Tukhugov. These motherfuckers want all the smoke. Tukhugov got some clean shots off on fucking Mcgregor. You know how crazy it would be if he got 3 cold shots off on Mcgregor and still got to fight the next week? I don't think they're going to be able to let that happen. Maybe they won't suspend, or maybe they won't cut him, but I don't think they're going to be able to let him fight next week. That would be awesome. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, man. I haven't even seen Artem hop in here yet, guys. So with that being said, I think we've talked about this is going to give me plenty of time to get to work on time. So I thank you guys for coming on the fucking show today. We'll probably do a panel tomorrow. And also, it's Thursday. I'm going to be at work tonight. But you guys check out the Come Get This Work Mobcast. You know, they talk MMA over there as well with the coach, and Stamina MC hops over there sometime. A lot of the full-time family, you know, it's kind of like a pen. It's the same thing. It's just a panel where you get on there, give your thoughts on shit going on MMA, and just have a fun time with a lot of other fans. So I might listen to that if at work, since I can't do nothing from work. So I might be over there in the chat. You guys come say what's up. And also, with that being said, man, it is what it is. I will fucking see you guys tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow is Bellator 207. I won't be able to watch that. I'll be at work. But 208 is also, there's a doubleheader. 208 is Fedor vs. Sun, and we will be doing a live fight companion for that this weekend, guys. So appreciate you all for coming through, checking out the show. You could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you're here, motherfucking full-time MMA. And I think I want to end the show one more time. Let's talk about it. What do you guys think? World motherfucking premiere. Where we at? Oh, did I already shut it off? I don't care. I'll pull it back up. I might just upload this if we can get it remastered. I'll upload this before I go to work. That's what I'll do, since we're not doing a panel. And I'll try and make some crazy thumbnail. Somebody grab him some chicken. This fucking guy is fat. How the fuck he gonna beat me and Volkov just put this guy on his back? I hope you know no one is scared of you, especially not DC. And you can call me Daniel Cormier or Double Chip, you know you cannot beat me. And yeah, I'm talking to Lewis. If you wanna scrap, we can do this. I know that you're black, I know you're a beast, I know that you're fat and you're stupid. I'm back on my bullshit and lacking my cool. At UFC 230, I'll spaz on this fool. He's not gonna beat me cause he's lacking the tools. This nigga can't breathe when he's splashing the pool. No cardio, hope. And it's probably gonna show when I take him down and I beat him up, cause that's all that I know. They call me Daniel Cormier, I'm coming to defend my title. If he think that he can beat me, then this motherfucker's psycho. Bitch, I'm gone. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being black and wearing MAGA hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you getting smashed and then coming back, let's talk about it. Or we can get dirty at UFC 230 and you can get sparked about it. I'm sick of your bad back and you're still fat, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being black and wearing MAGA hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you getting smashed and then coming back, let's talk about it. Or we can get dirty at UFC 230 and you can get sparked about it. Hey. Yo, salute. I see, who is that? They said that in the chat. I gotta pull it up. Jorge1, yo, salute. That would be fucking awesome. If we can get like a Daniel Cormier, MGK fucking rap devil Photoshop. Oh, that would be so official for the fucking remaster. I'll make a little shitty version just for one just to get up, but for that would be so fucking dope. So salute to the full-time family. This might be my new favorite ahead of Tony Time. Well, that's dope to hear. Glad you enjoyed it, man. Didn't Eminem smash MGK? Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with Derek Lewis and Daniel Cormier. No, with that being said, man, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you guys think in the comments. I'm out.